What about Prince Harry? After the 2-hour near-fatal car chase in a city that, if you could drive around for 2 hours, it'd be called a John Wick movie, not anything that would happen in real life. He has lost his bid to get the British taxpayer to pay for his security when he turns up in the UK. Finally, a little bit of just desserts for this bloke. What do you think?
Have you ever seen anyone with more entitlement than these two? So he can hire his own security. How do you think Beyonce navigates Manhattan when she comes over with her billions of dollars and her billionaire husband? You think it's easy for her, easier than it is for those two? Okay, Beyonce's 100 times the star that those two are. And somehow, Paul, she manages it. She hires her own security. And that's what Harry and Meghan should do in the UK, the US, and wherever the heck else they want to go. But no, he feels entitled to have it exactly the way it was when he was a royal. I want to be able to pay the police force, the actual police force, because what, you can't find an armed bodyguard? You can't find a good bodyguard to protect you? Bull. So they said no, but he has that sense of entitlement, same as this pair, who finds themselves with a few paparazzi following them when they left her Woman of Vision award ceremony. Yeah. And not only did they make up a fake car chase that never happened and say it was near catastrophic, which is, what is that? What does that mean? It means nothing happened. Catastrophic's one thing. Near catastrophic is, I got scared when a guy in a Vespa went by. It's another lie. And the cops have dumped on it, and the taxi driver has dumped on it. Everybody's dumped on it and said it wasn't true. But then they turn around and demanded to have the photographs that the paparazzi took of them. Well, sorry, champ, but that's not the way it works in this country. That's the property of the photographers, who, whether you like them or not, work very hard for what they do, and they have no obligation. They sent a lawyer letter to the photographers saying, turn them over. There's no obligation to do that. It's their sense of entitlement, and it's dripping, oozing out of their pores.
Yeah, I mean, these people aren't the Octomum who were famous sort of freak shows for 5 minutes, had 4/5 of bugger all money, and then forever, every now and then, will get a photo taken. These are people who got paid tens of millions of dollars, which means you got to pull a little bit of it to one side to say, look, we're gonna head out, so can you just make sure that the windows are really tinted, and then everyone stands around walking like we're the president when we walk 2 meters from the car into an event. These people are so... As we would say here, so you're polite. You are polite, so you say things like entitled. We say here in Australia, wankers.
Yes,
Roll
that's
gold,
true too.
Wankers.
Well, here's the other thing. There's just one other point on these wankers. What they needed to do was walk out of this event, smile, wave, stand, pose, let the paparazzi do their thing, let them get the photo. You're all dressed up, you look great, let them have their photo, and then they won't hound you like, you're something special trying to get the photo. They will get the photo. That's rule number 1 of the paparazzi. You learn it pretty early on when you're a public figure. The fact that, she skipped all of those learning experiences by marrying into the firm explains some of her naivete. Harry, I have no excuse for him. But the pair of them needs to understand that the paps have a job to do. It's not pleasant. Take it like a man or a woman, move on, and stop complaining, especially in a city like New York. We hate whiners. We're the city that lost 3,000 people on 9/11. We went back to work the next day. We went to the financial stock exchange and we bought stock just to keep the city rolling. We don't like complainers.